Today's Canva tutorial is a continuation of the last lesson. We are going to deconstruct and rebuild a YouTube thumbnail. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. So, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is remove the words and elements. So I'm going to click on this, and you're going to notice I've got 3 text boxes here. And then there's an element. There's definitely more than 4 layers here. We're going to remove the image with the double glow effect. There is a sparkle grid on top. Do you see that? Let me change the transparency so you can see it. There's a sparkle grid. We're going to remove it. We're going to remove the line. I'm clicking on it, clicking the delete on my keyboard. And now we've got a color grid, so we're going to remove that. And now it looks like we've got 1 layer left, but we do not. The sparkle grid is locked, so I'm going to unlock it and look. Let's get rid of that. And finally, we're at our bottom layer. Detach image. I have no idea where I got this image. I can't find it in photos. I can't find it in Pixabay. I really do not know where I found it. That's why when you find an image, let me search for balloon, that you like, why it really is great to go ahead and add it to your likes folder. I did not do that. I did it for the sparkle one, but I forgot to do it for the balloons. We are going to recreate it using the image I have, but you can use your own image. You've got your picture, right click, replace background. Bam. Add your grid. How do you find the grid? That's simple too. Element, type in grid. You're going to have a grid. It's going to pop up. Let me show you. Grid, there it is. Add your sparkle image to the grid. I'm going to detach it so you can see it. There's the image. I think I found it in photos by typing sparkle. This could be a Canva Pro image. It is, but you can find something that's free. Left click on the image and then slide it into the grid. We're going to lower the transparency on this grid to 18. You can really choose any number you want, but I like 18 for this particular one. And what you're going to want to do is lock it. And the lock is up here. And the reason why you want to lock it is because if you pull in another image, it's going to try to take over. Let me show you. It just took over that. That actually looks really good too. I actually might like that image better than this one. If you lock it, it won't take over. The double glow effect. Since I already have that image, I'm just going to copy it. Control Command C, and I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add her there. If you need to know how to create this effect, be sure to look in the info card and the description for the link. But essentially, long story short, you'll go to effects for your image. You're going to go to shadow glow and you will do 2 of them. Let's add our line here. I'm going to add a line by clicking L on my keyboard. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it larger. 20 probably is good. And then I'm going to make it have an end cap. And the curved arrows there, I'm going to rotate it. I may need to make the line a little bit bigger. The one that I have here is 25. Line weight 25. What did I put there? 31. Next up, we're going to add a grid that's at a slant. It's not there yet, so let's grab it. Here's a grid. I am going to grab the little flat line and bring in the grid. And then I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to try to line it up with this line. Make it larger so that none of the sparkle balloons are seen behind it. And I think I need to rotate it a little more. And then I'm going to choose a color. Click on the grid, choose the color here, and for me, I'm going to choose this color, but it's this where you can be really creative and choose different colors, but we're going to choose this one. And I'm going to change the transparency up at the right-hand corner to 85. And that's to give us a little see-through of the balloons behind it. It's time to add our words. Type T on your keyboard to pull up your font. And this is where branding is important. Try to keep your branding the same. In this one, I'm actually going to use Luckiest Guy and 15. Make it bigger. And then I'm going to add Party Ideas. And for this one, again, really large. I'm going to go up here to the top panel and choose alignment to the left. Click on ideas and do the same thing. That way they're both aligned to the left. And here, spacing, I'm going to decrease my line spacing. We're going to change it to Luckiest Guys as well and make it larger. And then I'm going to change it to white and then add text effects, shadow, and black. Shadow and black. And I'm going to go ahead and make this 100. And then of course I want to make a bigger 15. And you just play around with it until you get it the way you want it. If you want to, you can actually make 2 text boxes. That way you can really customize how close together they are, which is what I did here. I decided to add a cupcake. That's what I wanted. And you can add any cupcake you want or any other party, look, any other party thing that you think would be fun. A party hat. That one's really cute, actually. A party hat, party balloons, party, just something that gives it a little fun thing. Here's what I'd done originally. I actually like this one better. Copy. Paste. Now we're going to add another grid. Grid. We'll do the same thing we did before and rotate it. And technically you could probably just duplicate the one you did before and change the image inside. But there's the sparkle. We're going to put it inside. And then of course change the transparency down to 18. There it is. Sparkles transparency to 18. And ta-da! There it is. Now, with this, you could actually, if you wanted, move the... I'm having trouble grabbing that lower layer. You could actually send it all the way to the front if you wanted and kind of cover up the 15 party ideas. Now, you might go, well, what are some other options? Well, you can just change the color like I mentioned before, or you could... Wow, that's kind of fun. That's really fun. Here's a completely different color with no extra sparkles. You could even put... Let's duplicate this. What if you wanted the sparkles to go on her instead? So then the sparkles are over her instead of 15 party ideas. Keep watching if you want to find out how I turn the thumbnail into an animated part of the video. But I wanted to check in because the next video coming out on Canva Tutorials is the subscriber celebration. We are going to celebrate all of you by doing a bunch of tips and tricks for Canva. Be sure to look at the pinned comments because I'm going to give updated statuses on where I am in the process of that video so that you know when to expect it. All right, let's find out how to turn that thumbnail into something animated. What you can do is this. Here's a thumbnail. Let's say that this is the thumbnail you want to use for your video. What I did here was I did two text effects. The first one is shadow, with a shadow and a color on the back with black. And then I duplicated it and I made that one hollow. And I did the same thing here with party ideas. I clicked on the top one and made one go burst. And then I did the other one as a typewriter. And then I will download this as an MP4. Let's just go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. It takes a little while to download MP4s, but this will just show you that you can use your thumbnail inside your video in a unique way. It's a bunch of steps, but I think the end result looks fantastic. And I love how customizable it is, especially if you use grids. Thanks so much for learning with me today. I know you could have chosen any other video to watch, but you chose this one. It means a lot to me. It really does. I really recommend watching one of these two videos. And I'll see you next time. All right? Bye.